Um, so I would like to move on to today's lecture, the week 3, which actually focus on the 3 business processes. So we start with this. Okay, so what I will do is I will break it into 3 parts. First, 4 parts actually. The first part is on recap. The second part is on revenue cycle. The third part is on expenditure cycle, and the fourth part would be on the general ledger or cycle, or I call it reporting cycle. Okay, over here, revenue cycle. um, we'll look into the typical the objectives. All right, let me list down the objectives over here. um, what we would like to expect out of this part of this lecture over here. All right, the first one is to understand the typical um, revenue cycle. All right, revenue cycle. To understand the typical activities, right? I call it activities. Yeah, activities inside, right? Inside the revenue cycle. All right, I'm just gonna put RC over here. And second is to go through the case study, to understand the documentation documentation technique on the DFD. We will look into the DFD is the data flow diagram. We'll look into 3: the level 0, level 1, and level 2. Basically, over here, go down here, right? It the means the data flow, it will be going into more detail. All right, we'll go into this, and then we'll look at the flow chart. We only look at 2 over here: the process and the the document. Okay, now we look at the typical, right? In a revenue cycle, we will we go with this retail and manufacturing. This typical means what is general, right? General activities that we will see when a business that is retail or a business that is manufacturing want to earn money. All right, and one day they want to what happened in their revenue cycle. Based on what I experienced, or very small, very little experience for a retail business, that's why I say we need some imagination, right? If you observe, right? If you observe some businesses that is retail, means like a mini market, a shop, what they will do when they do sales. They, of course, if you say mini market or sales or those kind of shops, that shop lots that are in the Queensbay Mall or in the supermarket, they wouldn't have a long process, right? You just come in, pay the money, you just come in, choose the product that you want, and then select the product that you want, and then you just pay the money, then the cashier just give you the receipt. That's it. End of process. The process ended. And yeah, in reality, if you look into such businesses, the business process is very very simple, right? But if we look at maybe businesses that what I like to highlight, maybe we want to look at retail business that provide goods or inventory to another businesses. So business to business retailer, then we can from there look into the activities that reside inside the business processes of this revenue into more depth, right, into more detail. So assuming business to business, all right, business to business retailer, all right, means you are a retailer that sell goods to other businesses. So there will be a more constructive activities or that resides inside the revenue cycles. Very fast, I think we'll go through this. It will be very long, so I want to go through it very fast. So what happen if you want to sell something in a business to business environment? First you will do is you will have quotations, right? Quotations that actually, or what I would say, the planning, right? The planning, or we don't call it planning, right? We don't call it planning, we call it the quotation stage. There will always be a quotation stage. Quotation stage. Some of the system, they don't have quotations because depending on your business process. But I would say that we should see from the quotation. Everything you come up with a quotation, you quote the person, is it okay? You want to buy 100 units of a certain products, could you give a better quotation? So quotation would always start in the first. You go through any other books, but I say logically thinking, you will start with quotations. Then only after that, once you are happy with the quotation, with the customer is happy with the quotation, then only they will proceed to order. Then over here we have the sales order. All right, it works with the manufacturing, right? It's the same in the process. We got the sales order. Now once you are happy with the quotation, you have the sales order, then it means over here is like a contract, right? It's like already settled. We agreed upon the units. Basically you agree upon the units. Of course the product model, the product lah, all right, basically the product, the units, and then the RM, all right, the price, or maybe the money, the amount, all right, the amount. Then of course inside here, this is very general, right? We will look into detail, so we can see that inside here, maybe after this there will be a sales team over here. Okay, in the revenue cycle, right, I would like to emphasize that we will have a sales team, we will have a warehouse, team, and then of course we have customer. All right, I'm actually listing down the potential entities or potential parties that are involved inside this cycle. And then of course not to forget about the accounts receivable team. Well, I will show you later on. So number 3, all right, over here to here we can SD, all right, the sales team. Let me just in case my English is bad, you cannot listen to what I'm saying. So the sales team over here, okay, usually handles the first 2 parts over here. Then we got the after the sales order is confirmed, now what to do next is of course deliver the goods. All right, shipment, we got the shipment, or I just put here shipment, right? Shipment over here, we will attach a delivery order. We just put the delivery order. All right, usually a delivery order will be attached together with the shipment to ship to the customer. All right, over here also we'll have a sales team inside here, but also at the same time the warehouse team. Just put WT, all right, warehouse team. Of course, once the goods are delivered, or the stock are delivered, we call it goods, right? Goods are delivered. Once the goods are delivered, we would like to ask the customer to pay you money, right? So we need to go through the billing, billing. All right, so the billing over here, you will issue a sales invoice. Invoice, okay. So you will issue a sales invoice. So here in certain, it depends, all right, it depends. Sometimes it's the account receivable, sometimes it's the sales team that issue the invoice. So it depends on the company, no right or wrong. You need to ensure or make sure that you read the case correctly, or follow the case scenario. So in reality, when you go to practice, it might be either way around. You don't go and challenge the boss and say that, oh, what I learned is like this. It won't work like this, right? In reality, is which one is more convenient for the boss, all right? Then they will follow their ideal activities of sequence. Over here, number 5, if there's any adjustment over here, meaning to say that when there is a return, all right, sales return, then return there is if there is any discount, if there any damage of goods, or if there's any error in the in the invoices, error in the invoices, return of the goods, then TURN, return of the goods, or any error in the invoices, then the AR team will have to perform the adjustment, so the debit note or the credit note will be issued. Alright, and finally, once everything is done, we will of course we will chase the customer. We'll chase the customer for the we'll chase the customer for the for the payment. You need to chase the customer for the payment. Over here you will be a cash receipt, right? Cash receipt. AR team will handle this. This is confirm AR team. If the sales team handle this one, possible. In reality, that is possible. There was like one man doing all the process from first until the end. It's possible if it's a small business, but when we look at a very big business, then AR team will have a specific team handles the billings, have specific team handles the payment. Also, it builds up the internal control. But we will not talk about the internal control just yet, alright, in the processes, because we'll learn it after we learn the computer fraud and the standards, the framework for the internal control, especially in information system. Then only we'll talk about the internal control. But for now, I hope you are happy with this. This is I think if I continue, this is the basic typical processes for retail and manufacturing business for the revenue cycle. And we got the sales. Let me just services. Services is very easy, very clear forward, very straightforward. One, you will you will straight away, when you do services, it's like maybe tuition. You have a tuition business, so or maybe services more like you go and service the aircon, right? Or let us put into more commercial type of services, like installing aircon, which you don't provide the, or maybe you provide the aircon, but over here let us put into a general perspective of just installing the aircon for someone. From this aspect, I guess it's pretty much clear and straightforward. You will actually start with the services itself, alright? You will actually start with the services itself. What type of services? Maybe installation of aircon. Then of course, after that you will straight away go to billing, LING. We will skip this part, right? We will skip pretty much. Let me just put this over here. Alright, we'll pretty much skip this part. I don't like this. Oh, back. We'll pretty much skip this 3. Alright, straight away only one, which is the services. Back. Alright, okay. Then we straight away go to billing. Of course, is there any adjustment? depending on the business. I say it's depending on the context. So if you talk about installing the aircon, pretty much we got no adjustment to it. Billing is like straight away, you install the aircon, 150 ringgit, that's it, cash received. Sometimes they didn't even give you the invoices. But if it's a big business, all right, we look at the official, like a business with proper processes. They will give you they will issue you the billing, the invoices, and then from there you do the payment. All right, that's it. I'd like to go into the case study, but I think I will go into the next part of the video.